Right, this is Boxing Bros UK. I am Chris, and this is my co-host Andrew, the Boxing Brain. How are we doing?
Hi, hi, Chris. Yeah, ready to rock and roll. Looking forward to tomorrow. Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
5v5. Is it on the zone?
Yeah, is it on across a couple of platforms? I'm never sure. I mean, I use the old the old Fire Stick, shall we say? We'll just leave it there, so it don't matter to me too much.
Last time I tried to buy something on the zone, they kept stealing my money and not giving me the good content. So I might have to go on TNT Sports if it's on there.
Yeah, you don't want to go down that again. That's left a bit of taste in your mouth, that has, Chris, the old DAZN, isn't it?
Yeah, because I like the zone and I want to renew my subscription, but I'm scared that they're just going to take the money. Not working.
Yeah, I was thinking about it myself, but So should we start with? Should we start with the one that we don't want because it's deflating? Bivol versus Zinad. Do you know? I don't give a fuck. Bivol win. Okay, whatever. On to the next one. I don't care.
We know Bivol's going to win. I swear Anthony Yard knocked that guy out that he's fighting. I swear.
Zinad. He's decent, Zinad. I watched a couple of his highlights last night, but he's a good operator. I think he's a solid challenger. But Bivol tends to raise his game and when he needs to. I can't. Can you?
It's going to be a boring fight, and Bivol's going to win basically.
Yeah. Do you know Bivol hasn't knocked anybody out in about 5 fights? All UDs, unanimous decisions. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why I really want him to fight Beterbiev.
Oh, no.
Because Beterbiev has knocked out every single person he's fought since his debut.
Yeah, and I think the fact is still a good night of boxing, obviously. But I think with Beterbiev pulling out with that meniscus injury or whatever it was, it has taken a lot of the shine off it for me, Chris. I was really looking forward to that fight. Really looking forward to it. So, but there we are. What can you do?
So what's next?
Should we go Craig the Spider Richards versus Willie Hutchinson? I can't remember what you said. I think, look, Craig Richards, he's obviously lost 3 times, but 2 of his losses were decent performances against Buatsi and Dimitri Bivol, funny enough. And I could just see Craig Richards maybe being that little bit. Hutchinson
lost against Frank Buglioni, but he came in as a last-minute replacement as well for that fight.
Yeah, good knowledge there, Chris. Yeah, well done. Yeah,
obviously at the time, Frank Buglioni was a really good fighter. He was up and coming in his prime, hot prospect at the time.
Yeah,
and he came in as a last-minute opponent. The thing is, he always gives a good account of himself, Craig Richards. He always does. But he's a nearly man. He's always nearly.
I think he'll. This will be a big night for him, a big card, big occasion. He seems to do well under the lights, Craig Richards. He seems to, he don't shy away from a challenge, and I think it'll be a little bit too much for Willie Hutchinson. Do you think?
Yeah, I think when it first come out, I went with Hutchinson, but I'm leaning to more towards Richards. I've watched the 5v5, the sit down. Oh, what's it called? It's like the gloves are off.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. Have you seen it yet? Actually, I'll pick it out later.
Oh, it's on the zone. So, on the zone. Basically, you got 5v5. And then you've got Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren. They're picking the fight, and then they sit down at the table and they have a little gloves are off kind of thing. And I've watched that, and I've thought about it a bit more, so I've flip-flopped back to Craig Richards. I just think Craig Richards has got more experience at the high level. And
he's operating.
He hasn't really operated at the high level, and he hasn't really done really great.
Yeah,
where he's at, do you know what I mean? So
I think this will be a great learning. I think this will be a great learning experience for Willie Hutchinson as well. And I think he was. I noticed it in the press conference, you know, and a little bit in the build up to it. He was sort of trying to, because Craig Richard seems pretty sort of mellow to me. I don't know, but he was trying to get in his head a little bit and trying to rattle him a little bit, and maybe he's trying to just shake him up a little bit before the fight. But I think I agree with you. I think Craig Richards has, you know, especially those fights against Boazzi and Bivol. He's just been amongst the elite and top fighters, and I just think
he's got that experience now. Like, he's an experienced pro. He's fought at a high level. Like, this is a lower level, really. So he should win this. Like, it's not guaranteed, but I'm more leaning over to Craig Richards now. I think definitely for this one.
Yeah. So you change back over. Yeah.
So we're going Bivol to win the first fight. Well, the main event. Is it the main event?
I think
Craig
Richards.
On,
I think it's first on now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, first on like the main card.
Wilder and Zhang's main event now. Wilder and Zhang.
Yeah. Which it should be, shouldn't it? Really?
Yeah. So, but our 5v5. Let's try and work out the score at the end. Then, so
yeah.
Are you going Richards as well?
Yeah.
So Richards, that's 1 point to who's Richards with? Matchroom or?
This is where I get confused. Richards is with Eddie Hearn, Matchroom. So
that's 1 point for Matchroom.
1 point. Do you want me to write this down? Shall I write this down, Chris, as we go?
Yeah, write it down. Yeah, if you can.
Right. So 1 for Matchroom. Queensbury over here, and then we're going Bivol.
What?
We're going Bivol, aren't we? So that's Bivol is.
He don't count. No, Bivol
doesn't
count.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
No.
The next one, quite an interesting. This should have been fucking 2 world champions here, mate. I feel passionate about this. Nick Ball should have had the fucking WBC featherweight over Vargas. Absolute fucking rob.
He did get robbed that night. He did get robbed.
He should be fighting.
I really did think he won that fight.
I mean, the matchup was all wrong for Vargas, you know, and he just the pressure he puts on Nick Ball. He's like a Duracell bunny, isn't he? Just don't fucking stop, like the whole fucking fight.
Yeah.
Keeps coming at you, but this should be for the WBC and WBA title, and I'm absolutely a bit like the Catterall situation, gutted for him, to be honest. But he can end up with the WBA tonight.
He's back in there again, and he's got a chance. He's got a chance to win a title again.
But I think I was kind of looking at I really, because my heart really wants Nick Ball to win, but I was looking at Ford, listening to a bit of the press conference, and then I think the way he come back from adversity against, I could never pronounce his name, fucking Kolmatov, whatever his name is, this kind of beast, and he turned the fight around, and in the 12th round stopped him to get the title, and he really had to dig deep, and I just think, no matter what Nick Ball brings, I just think Ford might have a little bit to that. That's where I'm going. So I'm going with a Ford.
Hell of a fighter, that Ford is. He's a hell of a fighter. He is.
Yeah, he's got that saying about him, and I think Nick Ball will be there right to the end, mate. But I think a Ford points win, majority win, decision maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was going for, because I just thought, like, obviously, and Ford's been a bit more active. He's only just fought recently. You know,
and
so
a big, nice 12 rounder as well. Like, his timing's going to be on point. He's going to be really key. He's ready to roll, isn't he? So, yeah.
Just knock someone out and then not fought for in the first round, and then not fought for nearly a year. Like, he's had a good 12 rounds. So, like, he's match fit, match ready
against a very, very good opponent. You know, so. We're both going for Ford. So that's another one for fucking Matchroom, isn't it? What's going on here?
That's 2-0 Matchroom, yeah.
Do you know what? And because I've changed my mind on one of the fights as well, but we'll get to that. So now we get on to the ones we really want to talk about. So Dubois Hrgović. Yeah.
Yeah.
What we
I think
what,
I
what you-
went with Hergovich last time.
Yeah, I'm sticking with her. Great, very good amateur background experience. I know it didn't look good against Dempsey McKean, and that Mark Demori fight, the less said about that, the better. Hasn't been in great fight. Didn't look great against Zhang, but I think Dubois is a little bit of a level below, a level below, and I just think he might be. I can't find in my mind a way for Dubois to win this. I know he's heavy-handed. I know he's got a puncher's chance. I just don't think. I can't see him winning. I don't know why. I just can't see it.
Yeah, I'm the same. I just think that Hergovich has got his boxing skills, like, so he's going to be able to. I think he's got a little bit of a longer reach, but I just think he's going to be able to box Dubois and make it boring and frustrating quite easily. And then, like, Dubois don't really like that, you know.
Yeah,
he doesn't like being taken into deep waters and getting boxed. And like, look when he fought Joe Joyce, and all Joyce was just pinging him with a jab all
left
night.
jab, just the left hand the whole night.
Yeah, obviously, Hergovich is a really good boxer, and he can just get on his back, get on his jab, and just jab him all night, move around, and then make it a frustrating night, and then probably maybe stop him in the later rounds or make him quit or whatever. So, I think Hergovich.
Yeah, I think I've gone for a late stoppage, maybe sort of rounds anywhere between after round 8. I think Hergovich will grind him down. I think Dubois' heart might go, although he has. I think he's full of confidence, and you know he's on the kind of side. But
against Miller, but
yeah,
you know, it's one of them. So yeah, I'm going to definitely stick with Hergovich. So that's 3-0 Matchroom.
3-0 Matt. Oh, bloody hell. I tell you what. And then I think it's going to be a Matchroom shutout, because I'm going to contradict myself here. Originally, you'll probably remember I went with a Zhang win, but I've been watching a lot of Wilder stuff the last couple of days, and I've been seeing a few interviews.
A bit more.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about him, just the way he was looking, the look in his eyes. And I think he's going to stop Zhang now. I think he's going to time the right hand at some point, and I think he's going to do the business. I've completely flip-flopped, to be honest.
Flip-flop, it happens. Like, I flip-flop with Craig Richards.
Yeah.
But, I see what you're saying, because I've been thinking the same, really. Like, he looks a bit more wild, a bit more like he's got the look in his eyes, like, yeah, do you know what? Yeah. And he's talking with confidence, like, yeah, Joseph Parker can't beat me. He shouldn't beat me. Like he's believing in himself more, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think Eddie Hearn.
Not smoking that stupid ayahuasca shit.
Oh, yeah. Eddie Hearn kind of made him feel like the man again. I don't think you can underestimate, Chris, potentially, how much Eddie Hearn is kind of a bit like Sir Alex Ferguson used to do when he used to sort of put his arm around the player and say, "You're starting today. I believe in you." And I think he's gone, do you know what? I still think you're that man. You're going to go out and do the business. And I think he's just filled him with confidence. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously. If he wins this, AJ Wilder interim fight.
Yeah. Yeah, that could still happen, couldn't it? That could still happen. Yeah. Both on Matchroom. Fucking hell. Unbelievable. Oh, dear.
There was talk about Wilder fighting Anderson, but I don't think so. That's going to happen. Like, I just think that's just that was just Turkey Al Sheikh just getting excited, thinking, "Oh, that will be good." But I actually think AJ Wilder, if Wilder knocks out Zhang in style, and AJ's just knocked out Ngannou, they'll make that fight.
Yeah,
because obviously Hergovich has got to fight Dubois, you know. So yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know whether. Yeah, I don't know whether AJ's going to fight the winner of Hergovich, but I don't even know if that's happening now. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think Wilder,
he's supposed to be fighting, but big money. If Wilder makes a show like bang, I'm back, He's got, and there's always been that history between AJ Wilder. They've got to fight, haven't they? Go.
Statement. I think I've got a bit specific with this one because I'll see if you're kind of aligning with my thoughts here, Chris, or whether you think slightly different. I think if Zhang comes in, it'll be interesting to see the weigh-in. If Zhang comes in a bit better condition, because the thing is with Zhang, a bit like we were saying with David Price off air, for the first 6 rounds he's super dangerous, but then he starts throwing just 1 and 2 punch. He seems to gas after. And even in his earlier fights, I was looking at his earlier fights as well, and he does let people off the hook. You know, he probably let Joseph Parker off the hook. And I think if he doesn't put a dent in Wilder in the first 6 rounds, I think he could be in big trouble. Now, the one thing we don't know is how good Zhang's chin is, because he's not been in there with someone that can hit the way Wilder can hit. So I'm fascinated to see, because he is there to be hit, Zhang. If he gets hit flush, how does he respond? Does he go down?
Exactly. I remember he has been knocked down by a journeyman, Jerry Forrest. He got knocked down a couple of times.
Yeah.
But apparently he was
Jerry
ill
Forrest.
in that fight. Yeah, he was ill in that fight, apparently. And, you know, and I kind of believe him because he's never performed that poorly after that. And he never performed that poorly before that.
I don't know if it was the Jerry Forrest fight. It might have been, but it was one of those. And he actually, he was in hospital for 3 days with heat exhaustion because I might have been.
Yeah, it was a Jerry Forrest fight. It was. It was a Jerry Forrest fight.
That was a defining moment in his career, Chris, because he realised, I can't fight like that. I'm a big man. I can't be doing that for 12 rounds. And I think almost psychologically, and I don't know, obviously I'm not in his head, but I do wonder with the second half of fights, he naturally just throws, you know, jabs left out, you know, I don't think he wants to go there again.
He never wants to empty the tank. He doesn't want to empty the tank ever unless he has to. Because he always wants to save a little bit in case he can land a lucky punch in the later rounds. Like he did against Parker. He did nothing. And then bang, bang, 1-2, knockdown. Bang, bang. Again, a few rounds later.
He's extremely heavy-handed. Like you can see, can't you? When he touches people, they're in trouble. So he can't maintain it. That's the problem.
Well, the thing is, we just got to see what Wilder's got now. Like, has he got a heart still?
This is, do you know, like, this is actually, because I was swimming today, and I was even talking to a random person in the swimming pool about it who's really into boxing as well. But it's fascinating because they're both about the same age. If whoever loses is probably the end of their career, potentially. How's Wilder's chin holding up? How's Zhang's chin against a puncher? Has Wilder got anything left? There's so many questions to this fight. It's quite. I find it quite intriguing.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, there's a lot of questions to be answered. And if Wilder wins, 5 points because he's a captain. 5 points to match.
Have we just gone for a complete domination matchroom shutout? Yeah. I think we have.
But I do think Adam Azim is going to win, though.
Oh, Adam Azim, yeah. I forgot about Adam Azim. Oh.
So Adam Azim, that's the last fight, isn't it? And I'll go, and if he wins, it's 2 points. So it'll be like 5-2 to Matchroom. That's what I think the final score will be.
So there we go. We've gone for a Matchroom win. We've gone for Craig Richards, Bivol, Ray Ford, Hrgovic, and are you gone Wilder as well, Chris? Sorry. Yeah.
You see something in him, and I just think Zhang's quite slow, and I just think that, well, this will be, because Zhang's a bit slow, Wilder is a bit quicker. He'll try and use it, because he's not a very good boxer, but because he's a little bit quicker, he'll have quicker feet than Zhang. I think he'll gain a bit of confidence, moving around, not getting hit. And because Zhang doesn't really throw hands unless he knows he can definitely get you, but when he gets you, he hurts you. So I
Yeah,
think
he's
that'll give
accurate.
Wilder some confidence, you know, moving around, hitting him, not getting hit.
Yeah, no, right. I think that's a good breakdown. I think what turned it for me, Chris, actually, in Wilder's favour is he was saying something in several interviews, and he said, "Look, nobody likes the nice guy. Nobody likes the nice version of me. And to be honest, as I don't think I like it as a fighter." He said, "So I've gone back to the murderous fighter I was of old." Essentially, I'm paraphrasing what he was saying, and I thought, oh, yeah. That's kind of swung it back round to him for me. I just think by
That's what we
saying that, I
need.
thought he's trying to exercise the devil in him there, isn't he? I think,
Yeah.
and that could be bad news for Zhang potentially. So that's kind of where my head's gone, I think.
Obviously, I know Wilder's like, is he 38? But Zhang's like 41 or
49.
something.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
Zhang must
Zhang's
be
in his,
40.
no, he is
He must
40.
be
I think
40.
Zhang's either 40 or 41. So
Yeah.
so he's getting into that father time era, you know.
Yeah. The only thing I would say, maybe in Zhang's favour, because he started his career a fair bit later, professional career, Zhang's probably a little bit fresher. Like, he hasn't suffered the punishment. I mean, I don't think you can underestimate the 3 fights, particularly the last 2 against Fury, were very, very damaging to Wilder, I think, psychologically and physically.
Physically, yeah.
I don't know how much he's got left. Zhang, I know he's a similar age, maybe a bit older, but I think
He
he's a lot.
He hasn't been in any wars.
Yeah, exactly. So that makes it a little bit more. Essentially, I'm saying 60-40 in Wilder's favour. Basically, that's kind of where I'm going. Zhang's got a massive chance, like, obviously.
Yeah.
But
especially because we don't know if Wilder can take a shot, because he ran away from Parker every time. he didn't want to know. He didn't want to.
And what does that tell you, Chris? That told me, all right, he said he couldn't find the shot in time, but that tells me, you can only go by what you see in the ring. That told me he was concerned, because once a fighter, and you know this as well as I do, once a fighter's been hurt, maybe for the first time in their professional career, it changes their whole psychology. It does.
Yeah, they don't want to get hit. They're scared.
Yeah, that's what it looked like a little bit. When Parker was landing, he looked a bit deer in the headlights, didn't he? Like, the fuck, like, he didn't want to part of it. So
exactly, he didn't think, right, counter. He wasn't switched on, you know. It was just like, I don't want to get hit again.
And he kept telegraphing the right hand, and Parker just kept ducking below, and he just kept swinging over the top. And I was thinking, what is going on here? But let's see. Let's hope he's got the sparring in, and he's switched on, and we'll find out tomorrow.
He's still got the same trainer, hasn't he? I don't know if that's a good switch though, that trainer.
Oh, I don't like Malik Scott. I don't know why. He's a bit of a yes man, isn't he? Bit of a yes man on Malik Scott. Fuck you know.
It's just not like, because Wilder's the first fighter he's ever trained.
Do you know what? Like, he should never ever have got rid of Mark Breland. Absolutely. Why did he do that? Like, a disastrous decision for me. Like, exactly. I don't get that.
The thing is, Malik Scott, he was his sparring partner. Yeah.
He knocked him out as well, didn't he? Like, in suspicious.
He knocked him out. It was a bit of a dubious one, because he didn't hit him.
He got hit in the arm.
Yeah. So that was dodgy. Then he was his sparring partner, and then oh shit, man! I think my battery's about to go. Yeah. Right, let's conclude before my battery dies. I've got 1%. Right.
No worries.
Like and sub.
Like and sub.
Make sure you subscribe, please, guys. Oh yeah, that's why I've been away. Hurt my hand. Right. It's all love. Can't wait for tomorrow, guys.
Speak to you soon, Chris. Cheers, guys.
See you later, mate.